Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So you are watching Kirsty Colouring Sketch. My name's Kirsty. If you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing, and if you're returning, welcome back. So this is a page that I started this morning on a live stream. So if you was in that stream, hello and welcome back. So we're doing some more on this page. So I am just continuing with these flowers, and I thought, why not pop on and just explain what I'm doing and how I'm colouring these flowers. So you can see I have sped it up a little bit. I've put a base of the light magenta over all the petals. They are the Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils that I'm using. And then with all the grayscale areas that the artist has already put in for you, I do go in with a magenta 133, and I pick out all those grayscaled areas, and I'm really using a sort of medium to hard pressure on all these areas, and I just pick them out all over the petals, and that's what you can see me doing now. I am only using 3 colours for the petals, and then I do bring a little bit of green into the mix for the centre of the flowers. But if you was watching the stream this morning, I did just do the background with a alcohol marker, pro marker, black one, and then when I came off stream I did just using my small Princeton Neptune size 4 brush, I did just put a bit of metallic watercolour all over. So normally how I do just splash it on, I couldn't do that with this page because I didn't want all the splashes of watercolour going on everything else on the page. I did, very tediously sit with my paintbrush and dot each little speck on individually. It didn't take too long, to be honest. I wasn't too careful. I was just really putting it down a lot, that watercolour. It is the Renaissance watercolours, the afternoon tea set. They're really gorgeous. Really gorgeous. I think it just sets the whole page off. And then this is how I got the idea that I wanted to go with golds as well as pinks on this page. So it's going to be a sort of pinks and golds on this page. I think I am really very much one of those colourists what mostly sticks to minimal colour palette. Occasionally I'll go crazy and do one of those pages where I just, throw every colour at them. It really depends on the illustration. I mean, something like Mr. Cat Mirror's The Peaches and Cream colouring book that has all the illustrations with the ice creams and the sweeties. You can go more to tone and a bit crazy and splash lots of colour on those sorts of pages. So yeah, I think I enjoy a good mix of colouring books and colouring pages. But I have to say I really do enjoy colouring flowers. I could sit here all night colouring these flowers. But this morning when I did the live stream, I'm very aware that it's quite nice to dot around different elements on the page and show how you colour one thing and then move on to something else and colour the next. So I was quite productive in this morning's live stream, and I got a bit of background done, I got a bit of skin done, and I got one flower done. So that's productive for me, because I do get lost in the chat when I'm live streaming, because I don't want to ignore anyone or miss anyone's comments. So I'm always checking to check that I've seen everybody's comments and replying to them. My partner just came up with a nice coffee machine coffee for me, and I was looking at him like, You've walked in on my voiceover. He's like, oh, well, you didn't tell me. Yeah, I was watching football, so I thought I was safe. I was like, he's never going to move away from the TV when he's watching football. But it's half time, so I made a schoolboy error. I've got a lovely brew now here to keep me company. So you can see I have just gone over the whole of that flower with that dark, that magenta. I do tend to dot around the page as well sometimes. Like, I'm really focused in on one object, and then all of a sudden my eyes just dart over to something else, what I spot, and I think, oh, I just need to do that, and then I'll go back to what I was originally doing. Does anybody else do that? So all these little buds as well, I do decide to go in and make them the exact same sort of colours as I've done the big flowers. It just makes it easier for me. I'm not the best. I love colouring the actual big flower blooms, but as for buds and the tiny stalks that come off them, I'm not the best at, colouring those. So I do take the easy option sometimes and just go for whatever floats my boat, or continue the colours with the colours I'm already using. I do really like to do that. You will notice on the flowers I'm colouring right now, emergency vehicle interrupting. If you can hear that, it is on my video. I live on a main road. But anyway, as I was saying, the flowers that I'm colouring right now, you can see that the white areas are very, very more of a bright white compared to the flower above it. And that's because the flower above it, I have burnished it with the titanium buff. But if you wanted to leave the sort of more of a bright white centre that you see at the moment on that bottom flower, you could either use a white. You could burnish with a white, which would keep that highlighted area really bright. Or sometimes the Caran d'Ache full blender, the waxy one, is a bit better at keeping your highlights bright as well. But I would, if you wanted to keep that white, I would use a white pencil in there. I might do that with the flowers, because there's a flower at the bottom right hand side of the page as well. I might actually try and keep that one a bit brighter in the centre, just so you've got a bit of difference in them. Sometimes it's nice to have a bit of difference, isn't there? I think I really struggle with that at times, because I home in too much on trying to make them the same, when a lot of the time, in real life, you get all different shades within everything in life. Your flowers, there's no two flowers exactly the same. There'll always be a little difference. So in the centre of these flowers, I am using the light green 171, and I just use a light pressure with that. And then mixing into the light green, I mix in the middle purple pink 125, again using a light pressure, and just really blending those colours into each other. And then just for a little bit of interest, to spark a little bit of interest, I do use the black micron pen to put some little black specks in the centre. It's just, I really like to do that, either with a white gel pen or a black micron pen. The micron pens are really good because they're smudge proof, so pretty much as soon as you put them down, give them a minute or two, and they're dry and they won't smudge. So that's why I like using them, because I am quite clumsy when I'm using gel pens. The amount of times I've forgot that they're still wet and smeared them with my hand. I've lost count how many times I've done that. So here now I'm just going over all the highlights with the buff titanium, and then I'm going in on some more petals. So I'm just doing the same thing over and over, guys. I'm doing the same thing, so I'm just gonna have a little chat to you. I think it'll be like a little how I colour flowers / Wip Chat voiceover, this one. I think. And why I've got my brew here as well, so like I'm having a little chill with you all. But anyway, I've started on the Christmas shopping. If you don't know already, I do have 5 children. My eldest is 13 and my youngest is 4. So it's very different how different they are. I mean, my eldest, she's obviously well into the teenage years now, and she just wants clothes. She's just like, I just want clothes. She's put some LED strip lights on a list because she wants them to go round the top, right near the roof of a room, right near the ceiling, like going all the way around. The LED strip lights, she wants those. And she's put like some, it's really lovely actually. She likes looking on Shein. I don't know if you've heard of the shop Shein. They sell a bit of everything from clothing to a bit of homeware, makeup. She's seen some like fake ivy, what people put on the wall, and they have it like dangling down the back of the beds. She said she wants some of that, so I said whatever floats your boat. So I actually think it'll look really nice. And then the youngest kiddies have asked for all the usual toys. So my youngest little boy is really into anything, like any vehicles. Like he watches Blippi. Oh, I can't stand Blippi, but he loves Blippi because he always shows all the construction vehicles. I just heard my partner saying get in because they've scored on the football. I don't know if that caught on camera. We'll soon find out when I watch it back. But yeah, so he likes, he's always going excavator in his best American accent because that's what Blippi does. So I have got him an excavator. I'll have whisper in case they're listening. Santa's got him an excavator. And he's really into his dinosaurs. So we've got all the, they've released all the Jurassic World dinosaurs at the minute, haven't they? He goes to bed with his dinosaur, what's called Blue. Goes to bed with one of them. So he's pretty much getting all that type of stuff for Christmas. My second eldest daughter, she's really into F1, so Formula 1. She goes through obsessions because of her autism. Whatever obsession she's in at that moment, she wants 100% focus on. So at the minute, she knows all of the names of these racers, what cars they drive. She knows about all the circuits and everything. I just bought her a book for her birthday, and it tells you lots of information in there about it. She found out that she has the same birthday as one of the players. So I don't know if you've heard of Charles Leclerc. She has the same birthday as him. So I actually sang happy birthday to her and Charles Leclerc on her birthday, and her little face lit up, bless her. You wanted to see the smile. Yeah, she loves it. So she's getting all things F1 related, and Rick and Morty as well. She loves Rick and Morty at the minute. And these little teddies off this game that they play, Roblox, these little piggy teddy things. She likes them. Then my 9-year-old's asked for really random things, to be honest. She put a white hot water bottle on there, very specific. What else did she put on there? Playmobil. Who remembers Playmobil? I used to have Playmobil when I was a kid, and I'm 35 now. So she's asked for a Playmobil Children's Hospital thing, with some little blind bags. They're little bags where it's like a surprise. When you open it up, it's like a little figure surprise, a Playmobil surprise. She's asked for, the game Guess Who? She's asked for that, but there's a Cluedo version, apparently. So she's asked for that. She's really into Lilo and Stitch. I think all my kids are at the minute. So she's asked for a few things with stitch on. She's asked for stitch pyjamas, stitch shorts, stitch t-shirts, stitch everything. Basically, stitch sliders. And my little 6-year-old, she's very much loving the movie Encanto. So she has asked for the Lego Encanto house. She did originally ask for the Madrigal house, not the Lego one. It's just like a, like a regular playset. But that is sold out everywhere. I mean, everywhere. You can get it on eBay, but the price that the sellers are selling it for on eBay and on Amazon is ridiculous. £200 for a toy house. So I'm glad she's not asked for that one this time. She's asked for the Lego one, which is fine. I've managed to get hold of that for her. The Dolores dress up costume. So Dolores is a little character in the movie Encanto, and she can hear everything. So she can hear little whispers what nobody else can hear. She's a really cool character, actually. So she's got that costume. What else has she asked for? Little cute things like a mermaid colouring book and unicorn pencils and things like that. She's put all sorts of little bits. Oh, pretend makeup. She's put that on the list. Yeah, I love buying for Christmas. It's just too cute. Just too cute. So hopefully they'll not change their minds on anything, because I've had to start early this year with the cost of living and everything. I've just thought, I'm going to get it sorted. I'm not going to leave it last minute, because, if you do it in advance and you get little bits each week, like each week when I get paid, I will go out and get a couple of things and just hide them away. And then it's not all one big cost at the same time then, is it? So it's easier. But I don't go overboard. We don't go overboard with them anyway, because obviously with us having 5, they all play with each other's toys anyway. So there's always lots of things in the house for them. So you can see I'm just doing all the buds now. So with the light magenta, I've just gone over all of the buds and the stalks. And then I'm adding that green in. That green was the light green 171, and I'm just blending the 2 colours together. Very, very easy. We like easy colouring. Or I do. I love easy colouring. I nearly got the Tombows out on this page, actually, because I've not used my Tombow Erogeton pencils in a while. But I remembered that this paper is quite delicate, and the Tombows are they're really quite hard. Now, I like them, but I need to colour with them in a colouring book where I know those pencils are going to be okay. I have actually used them, I have actually used them in Tim Jeff's intricate ink colouring books. Now, the paper's it's thicker than Amazon printed paper, or it appears to be, but it seems to withstand a lot more than, colouring books that are along the same thickness of paper. I don't know what it is about them, but the Tombow Erogetons work really, really well in those intricate ink books. And the colour ranges for the fur of the animals are fantastic as well. Yeah, I'm using the titanium buff again there, just to blend out all the highlighted areas on those little buds. And then at some point, I think I do come back in with my micron pen and put a few more little black dots all over. I just love doing it. It's just one of them little things. Is there something you always find yourself doing on colouring pages? Whether it's splashing watercolour on like I have done there. I do that a lot as well. Or whether it's adding washi tape borders. I like doing that as well. I'm just listing all the things I tend to do. But yeah, I love it. There's the micron pen. This one's a particularly nice one. If you get the full set of micron pens on Amazon, you'll get this one in the set, and this says graphic on it, graphic pen. It's got a really nice nib on it, a really nice nib on it. I love using this one. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. My belly is rumbling. Not my tea yet, that's what it is. I'll go and make myself something shortly. So after I finished colouring the flower, I decided to put her a bit of eyeshadow on. So I've used the same colours that I used here on her eyes. The lips, I only used the mid-tone shade, so I only used the middle purple pink and the light magenta on the lips, and then I burnished it with the buff titanium from the Caran d'Ache pencils. I'm loving how this page is turning out, really loving it. So how I did the green and pink on these sort of stalky bits here, I'm going to continue to do that on these larger ones as well. And then these big leaves here, I was thinking of doing those like cream and like, you know, the green gold sort of shades. I'm thinking that, so the sort of a gold, more of a gold leaf. So we've got sort of pink and golds going on this page. I think it'll look really lovely. I'm still not sure on her colour. Someone suggested red to me, but I don't know if it's going to clash too much with the pink and purples. So I may go for a grey. I've not done a grey hair colour in a while, and I'm thinking it might be nice to go for something a bit more neutral. So anyway, I'm sure you will see this page completed on Instagram and on my finished pages video at the end of the month. So tune in and hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I do put those videos up, and you'll be able to see this completed. But I've thoroughly enjoyed it. If you wanted to see how I did the skin is pan pastel. You can go on to the live stream playlist that I've got up on the channel, and I did live stream this morning. And if you was in that live stream, thank you for coming along, and this is the progress we made. So thanks so much for watching. Please hit the thumbs up on the way out, drop me a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.